What up, guys? How you guys doing tonight, man? What a bleed off on the market today. How's my audio? As usual, just gotta do a quick audio check. How's my voice? How's the music? How we doing? Great. Good. Fantastic. Felipe, what's up, man? Good to see you in here as always, man. Nero, Mohammed, Jello Mango 50, Blink 182, Zach, my man, brother. Love ya, the Mud, Mitch, KNQ, what's up, man? What's going on, Randy? I'm just setting up my charts here in a minute, guys, so we can get started here in a bit. I'll just type out this thing as I usually do, just to make sure everyone knows that we'll get ready here in a bit here, guys. Tonight, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive on the giveaways, and I am going to do them in 100 thumbs up increments to increase the chances of us giving away more accounts tonight, guys. It's been a juicy night indeed, Blink. Hey, Trade What, man? Good to see you, bro. Yeah, the sell-off was pretty clean, guys. There's no doubt in mind, man. The sell-off was clean tonight. Almost set up here, gang. Almost set up. Yeah, man. Well, you know, there definitely is the bank holiday, but I mean, markets are still going between now until tomorrow. We have a short day tomorrow, though. But nevertheless, man. What you know what? Right now, I'll say early on, we'll see if we can bounce the low of New York session here. There might be an opportunity for us to take something there. We'll watch. We'll watch the chart, guys. You kept expecting a bounce at 750. 750. Where were we at 750? You're expecting a bounce at 750. Was that today by Moose? You were kind of expecting that? Or is that over today's session, like current session? Or were you looking at the New York session? I'm curious, just because 750 was quite a while ago. Hey, Zach, you and I were thinking the same thing, man. Don't worry, I got you, man. I got you. I'll change up the soundtrack in a bit here as well. Let's get something a little bit more livelier in here. We'll do the chart review here in 7 minutes, gang. Yeah, I was talking to my brother Mitch there, and Mitch had some things to share as well. I'm going to read through some of it, and I'm going to share it with you guys as well. He has some pretty good information on stuff like this too. He's the Gamma guy that does the stream in the afternoon, for those who don't know. What's going on, Zay? What's going on, N? How you guys all doing, man? Yo, what's going on, Jesse? That's right, MobX. What's going on, man? I'll start the chart review in just about 4 minutes, gang, as you guys are kind of rolling in here. I'm just gonna grab myself a glass of water here, guys. I'll be right back. Caffeine hangover. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. It wasn't too bad, man. It wasn't too bad. What's up, SNG? How long do you think we can go tonight? Marquise, are you asking in terms of how much further we can go down on price? Is that what your question is? There'll be some key spots I'll be watching, and we'll just have to honestly just see how price reacts. I mean, right now, every candle is not giving us a reason to not continue, so. Just trying to switch over my screen here, the screen that I'm going to be executing on, so just give me a second here. As usual, this is the screen that usually takes the longest to load up on my OBS, so give me a bit here, gang. What's up, T-Bands? Thanks for tuning into Project 365, man. Just give it a minute, gang. Sometimes it takes a little bit longer for this thing to like sync up, so. There you go. All right, guys, let's get started here. I'm going to do my quick introduction as I usually do. Welcome to Project 365, man. For all the new guys who are here, my name's Alan, Azheng Trades. I'm the pre-London host of Project 365. So, generally speaking, Ron does the Asia session, and then it kind of comes me. Jake opens up the New York session, and then Lamelli and Mitch does the afternoon session. With the celebration of Ron's birthday. I don't think Ron's didn't tune earlier today, but that's okay. That's why I'm here to kind of fill in the gap for the night. You know, honestly, as I always do, I'll go through the chart review and I'll talk about kind of what we're looking through, how we traded from last session coming into this session, how we could have played on the reference points that we always talk about as well. So I'm going to go through all that today and what we can expect for today. I mean, we've had quite a bit of a sell-off already. I caught a bit of it today, but I didn't do much actually on the market, even though when we look at this and we're thinking like, man, what a day to catch a short. There were other things that were competing priorities for me, so I never really got a chance to get to it. So I did miss this, but all is good. Right now, you know, just when we're looking at price here, we are kind of like double bottoming here. So I'm kind of curious if we do have a little bit of an opportunity. So I don't mind entering something short here. When I say short here, I mean like a short long position here, and just see if we can get a little bit of a move here. I'm not going to go too heavy in size per se. I know, longing when it's having such a melt off. Why would I do that? I'm willing to take a chance to see, and the only reason why I'm saying that's because the period of time that we paused in price at this point in time, it does keep me kind of interested to see if we have the ability to catch this as a short-term reversal. Give me a second here, just adjusting here. There you go. All right, we'll see if it hits. If it doesn't hit, all good. We are going to go through the chart review nevertheless, though. So let's do that right now. So on the daily time frame, guys, yesterday we put in a bullish bar after we had just closed that gap off, as we kind of talked about on the NQ. Coming into today, you can see here we have started kind of melting off here. There's been a lot of news. I have some information I can share a bit later on, but sounds like something to do with Nikkei markets have caused a lot of the melt off that we've been seeing so far over our session here. But on the daily bar right now, if we're pulling back, ideally, you know, I would like us, you can see I have some reference points here. I have a channel line drawn here, and you'll see this later on when I zoom into the chart a little bit more, but I have a channel that I'm looking at right now, and I'm kind of anticipating for us to bounce off of. If not, the next level would be the AOI that I have at 3269, but we'll see, right? I don't know if maybe we're at the low already for the given day, but just letting you know that that's kind of where I'm kind of looking at this moment in time for a pullback. I don't know if we're gonna get a full melt off or not, right? So coming into the hourly time frame as well, you can see obviously we have been obviously in a major sell-off since then, but we are coming down to the New York lows, which is kind of reason, and you can see this channel here. This was the spot that I was watching from yesterday's stream already, and you guys know that as well. And I'll dive into a little deeper into yesterday's stream as well, because you do see how it's kind of played out for us. So we are going to look for that, okay? If we do manage to melt beneath the 3269, then yeah, I mean, obviously I have other support beams, but I'm just going to watch to see if we can keep going further and further, and we'll trade on the structure, right? If the structure offers us an opportunity to continue short trade, we will do that. Otherwise, for now, I'm attempting this long stab to see if we can catch a little bit of the relief, assuming that we can, before it goes down a little bit further or not, right? Zooming into the smaller time frames here as well. We are beneath the level, obviously making it very dicey that I'm longing beneath the level here. So there's a very good chance that I'm going to be wrong, and I'll take a beating on this one. But I'll again, like I said, I'll leave it as such. I'm okay with the risk that I'm setting on board with this right now. I am trading evals for tonight. But the funded that I have already taken the profits that I've wanted from the account, and so for now I want to protect it. I want to protect the payout going into the weekend right now. I'll share a little bit of that with you guys later on as well, so that you guys can see like why I'm protective about profits when I do, because I'll show you all the payouts that I've gotten this month. I've been on a streak of daily payouts, and I haven't stopped yet. So I mean, I'll touch on that a little bit as well for some of the newer guys here. If we take a look at overall price, now a lot of the levels and reference points we've had this year since yesterday, and you can see here over the course of yesterday, this is the channel that I'm talking about, that I'm hoping that if we do, we can bounce off here later on. But you can see that later on in the London session around, what is this, 4:20 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we did get the bounce there, and it was a double bottom before we kind of retraced all the way back up to from essentially channel to channel. Over the course of the New York session, you can see here that the channel did end up becoming the resistance point, as well as the support beam that we could have played higher low longs off of. I did trade New York with a couple of students today, kind of going over, just providing a little bit of the narrative on price, and today was a little bit tough, man. I don't blame if anyone struggled today on New York. I honestly I'm not surprised at all, right? So it's very valid and fair, but you can see here that the price did respect these areas a lot. So again, this is what I always talk about. Like, if you end up not trading during the session that I have, it's okay for us to still take a look at what we can do on future sessions as well. You can see with respect to the 200 EMA on the 2-minute time frame as well throughout the course of the New York session. You guys have been following me long enough to know that I do value that indicator quite a bit. It's not the be all end all, but it is something that is of interest for me. Coming into today, pretty much at this point in time, since Globex open and we rejected the VWAP up here and then rejected the 200 EMA, we've just been on a downward move, right? One of the short trades that I did end up taking earlier on was the one that was here, and I was kind of talking about this earlier as well, because someone had asked me, one of my cohorts. I did short this pretty much around Globex, an hour after Globex open. Took the 2-minute failure of the 200 EMA here, and I shorted, and I caught my trade to the downside. Sold it for profits already, and I kind of left it. Obviously, in hindsight, as you look at this, you're probably wondering, like, man, Alan, you could have like taken so much more. Again, I don't expect big moves always all the time. More often than not, the moves aren't super massive, so I'm very content with taking my piece of the pie and walking. And now it kind of leads us to where we are now, man. I mean, looks like my trade might likely get stopped out here, and if it does, then I'll have to pause and wait and see if we can get another type of entry that I might prefer more of. As of right now, the safest thing to do is to honestly, if we can find lower high structures, to just continue shorting this, or if we're looking for more of a long bias at some point in the day, then we can kind of like stock these areas, like the channel that I have down here, the AOI down here. We could stock those areas to see if we have opportunity to see if we can catch along. So yeah, that's kind of just my thought points on the NQ thus far. If we do make our way up as a long here, I mean, we could honestly, I would probably watch to see if we can come back all the way up to this upper end here, and I would look to short when we come back up here, assuming the price does get back up here. Otherwise, yeah, and that's and again, my comment about shorting up here, we're assuming that price does get up there. Like that's the obviously the question, right? If price doesn't even bother trying to move its way up, then it is kind of what it is. You just continue to trade the downtrend right now. But that's kind of my 2 cents, okay, guys? Just gonna read through the chat here quickly because I know you guys are popping things in there, and I don't want to miss any questions there in case. Hey Joshua, I don't know if you're still there, but nice, man. Glad you caught that TPT account, man. Dubai live. NQ and gold is generally what I trade. What up, Brandon? Brandon, that's freaking amazing, man. Congratulations. Shout out to Brandon in the chat, man. He made the top 5 leaderboard for live accounts on Top Step today. That's huge, man. That's huge. Applause to you, brother. Take profit traders, the eval that I'm trading right now. I said this last stream because actually I have like only a few fundeds left with take profit trader. I sell my funded with Top Step as well, and so I haven't really been building up my accounts. It's been a long time actually. I won't go through the whole spiel because I feel like I talk about every stream, so I don't want to bore you guys with that. But I do need to start rebuilding back my archive because if I lose my fundeds, I don't have any fundeds to trade anymore. So I'm gonna start trading some evals just to kind of build the float back up. Decrease the volume. I had a volume check earlier. Everyone said the volume was pretty okay, so I don't know if that's the case for everyone or not, but I'm just gonna put an alert here for now, so that I know if I get stopped out, because I'm about to do a gold trade review and I won't be able to watch this. All right, let's go over the gold chart, gang. Weekly chart continues to be bearish, man. Y'all know I've been bearish on gold. I've been bearish on gold for a little while now. Kind of very similar right now to kind of my commentary that I had on this weekly bar before and how we want to kind of see if we can fill up the wick. Very similar now with this weekly bar's wick. I'm looking for us to see if we can fill that wick up today, going into tomorrow. So I'm more bearish on gold than I am on NQ actually. So if there was a stock to short, it's gonna be, or not stock, sorry. If there was a ticker to short, it's gonna be gold for me, just naturally. Even the daily bars here, we kind of talked about last stream. We want to see if we, with all these gaps up, we want to see if we could break this daily consolidation. Remember what I said this yesterday, guys? I said that I was comparing similar to this daily consolidation, and I said that if we could get a breakdown on this daily consolidation, that I would be looking for shorts. And if you took that thesis into mind coming into today's session, you would have been able to catch this short to the downside on gold, which obviously would have been a very powerful one. So we'll see. I think we do have a very high probability of making our way all the way down to the bottom here. Hourly time frame as well, just nothing but sell, 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 sell. Very strong sell bars at that as well. Very few failures behind that at all. So I do expect us to continue playing into the downside. Just looking at gold, and then kind of coming down to the smaller time frames, right? Very similar to kind of what I made the comment on the NQ. If we do manage to retrace, if we can break, let's just say we were to break. Let's say we were to break that area, okay? Hypothetically, I think we have room to move to the VWAP and 200 EMA. That's assuming we even get the chance to even go up there. I'm not bullish on gold. I'm just saying that if we do, that's kind of what we're looking for. Otherwise, if we're looking for a structural hold beneath, ideally, we'll see if we can hold beneath that. And these are just minor structure points, right, that we're talking about, because I know there's a lot of new traders on here that don't know what structure is. So hopefully the visual is going to help you guys a little bit of understanding of kind of like what I would be looking at. But again, I'd be more bearish than I would be bullish on gold naturally. And I want you guys to also know, because I think that everyone has a different perspective on these type of things, right? When I say that I'm bullish or I say that I'm bearish, it doesn't mean we can't pivot to another direction. It doesn't ever. Because myself as a trader, I don't marry myself to a bias. I'm very flexible in that way. I'm open to the fact that if I'm wrong, right? And if it's gonna be another opportunity, then I'll take a look at that and see what that kind of offers us, right? So just wanted to let you guys know that as I say that I'm bearish on gold and still bullish on NQ with the probability, that's kind of what I mean by that. Okay, guys, just want to make sure you guys are aware. Just gonna copy and paste some of this stuff over. What happened to my other thing? Oh, there it is. And for you guys that are on stream right now, there's 287 of you guys. I'm very aggressive tonight. I really want to get some giveaway counts out to you guys, right? So to be perfectly honest, if there's 280 you guys already, I could be doing a giveaway right now if we were to crank our numbers all the way up to 200 thumbs up on the stream. I'm keeping it low key today, going into this long weekend period, right? I'm looking to give as many accounts away as possible. We're gonna do 100 thumbs up increments, guys. 100 thumb up increments. That's what I'm looking to do. The 10 player, can you long Lucid and short Tradeify? Technically, yes, because there's no breach. It's two completely different prop firms, but that kind of sounds like gambling to me, my friend. So I wouldn't recommend that. My favorite AI. What a sleep, guys. What a sleep. Trade walk. Alan on GC, waiting for a breakout and retest on Monday's low valid. Monday's low. Give me a second here, okay? I need to take a look at this. Monday's low. Monday's low. Trade well. What do you mean by that? Like, oh, are you asking if it was a valid trade setup? Sorry, is that what you were referring to? Because I'm like, we are so far from that right now. Vintage based. There was a lot of news kind of driving that actually. Let's see. Here, I'm gonna share something with you guys in the chat. This is something from our man Mitch, our man Gamma Mitch. I'll see if I can. Oh, I can't share. It's too long of a message. I can't share it on the chat. Never mind. It is to do with the decay though, man. In short, there's a lot kind of driving this, but the decay markets is kind of what's driving this this melt off. What's up, big boy? Nothing too fat in terms of payouts. I mean, just daily payouts coming on for me. I got some students though that's really shattering some records, man. I know you guys are probably seeing me post about him a lot on my Instagram. I didn't even post it today. I mean, he sent me another, message just celebrating the successes he's had thus far. You guys have seen him on the chat. His name's Goofy. I think after this payout that he just requested for, he's at $82,000 in payout this year. And this is coming from the fact that he was not able to draw payouts out all last year. So really proud of the work that he's been able to achieve on that front. But my daily payouts wise though, I've been able to lock it in every single day. I haven't skipped a single day of payouts on TPD thus far. So it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good, guys. What time am I usually streaming? 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time all the way till midnight. Markets are gonna be closed early tomorrow, Contrad. It'll be closed tomorrow. There'll still be a little bit of the New York sessions, like a half day. Oh, TradeWell. You're talking about NQ on that break and retest? I just want to make sure, just because like I know you're. I felt like you were saying talk about gold. Maybe I misheard you. My bad, dude. Good morning, trade game. Hopefully you had a good night on the poker table, man. Do you know why my orders have the green TP and yellow set up next to my limit orders? Yours doesn't have those or anything. I'm not too sure. I mean that must be like a technical thing that you could probably check in your settings. I haven't really played with that though. Like I think what I have right now is like default. So yeah, maybe it's bracket orders. Edge Hoover. I would say, I mean, honestly, both Tradeify and Lucid are great. I traded both of them before, but I feel like the rules and the drawdown things have changed slightly. Like back when I used to trade the Tradeify instant accounts, once you hit past a certain buffer, there basically is no daily loss limit. Now, as I make this comment, I'm not saying we should ever full port anyway, so it shouldn't really matter that much. But I believe now with the straight to funded accounts on 150K with Tradeify, once you hit past that threshold that I'm referring to, your max drawdown goes from, I think, or your daily loss limit goes from 3,000 to 5,250, which is still a lot. Like, let's be real. Like, I mean, if you're losing $5,200 in a day, that's pretty insane, to be honest, right? But I did enjoy the fact that back in the day, though, there was no such thing as a loss limit after that point, right? So that I found that was a little bit of flexibility. So that naturally would have given Tradeify an edge, in my opinion. Now, with that said, though, I think overall it's still pretty solid. So if you look at both Lucid and Tradeify, both of them are great. Both of them pay out fast. Both of them have been around, shown the reputability. So overall, I don't think you can go wrong with either of those two, man. What's going on, Stuart? Zach, yeah, man, we'll get there, brother. We'll get there. Yeah, I've been really proud of Goofy's progress. Yeah, I know. One of the things that I'm going to do, actually, one of my month-end tasks for being a coach, I'm actually be consolidating all of the student successes so far this year, because I want to see if they've beaten me in payouts collectively as a group. Some of them have been working real hard, man. And by the way, I don't want to talk about that as like a arbitrary goal or anything like that, but it's just sort of an internal fun competition that we're setting with each other. Rye guy, man. Yeah, man. I mean, I think that we have to look at some of the larger time frames sometimes, right? If we're constantly trying to reverse a trade, I mean, I don't know if you were trying to reverse NQ, for example, today. If you look at like the 5 and 15-minute time frames, there wasn't a lot of offerings for reversals, right? So I mean, like, I think that sometimes that's how you kind of look for it. Like even right now, right? I mean, for me, me attempting the long stab, like, which is probably gonna get stopped out, like I said earlier, I took it because, I mean, in this entire night, we haven't had a single, well, essentially the entire night, but for majority of the sell-off, we had not had a single 15-minute bullish candle. And so when we finally had that locked in and we were kind of starting to like bend upwards, I was kind of looking to see if we could get a potential long here to kind of play on that. But yeah, man, generally speaking, I would say that if you're trying to reverse, larger time frames kind of help us with that. Gold is going long right now. Now we got some little bit of movement here. Able to get daily pair with TPD. Seems like they process the withdrawal slow. They do process withdrawal slow, but the way I look at it is, as long as the money's extracted out of my trading account, I'm gonna count that. Like, that's all that really matters. If it takes a while for them to get to me, sometimes it's the 24-hour delay or 36-hour delay, whatever. I don't really care. As long as it comes to my account, I'm happy, man. Watching day will be. Yeah, it's true. That's true, actually. For this long trade, I'm just essentially just trying to see if we could actually get just a dab of a 1R trade to the upside off that 15. But after the last 50 minutes of the candle that we just had, I think I'm gonna get stopped out here. I am gonna look to see if we can get a reaction over here, though. If I lose this trade here, I'll see if we can get maybe a better reaction down here. Otherwise, man, just lower highs, man. Just lower highs. Probably be the safest thing to do. Even that 5-minute bearish candle here at the 9 EMA, that's like spelling trouble for me. Observer, absolutely, man. I've actually dedicated a lot of my year this year to mentoring. If you don't know, I had a 7-figure year last year. And so for me this year, it wasn't really about trying to get more success out of myself. I'm really just trying to help my students find their level of success this year. So just reach out to me on Instagram if you're interested. What's up, Amber? Good to see you, man. Yeah, you know what? That's what I usually say, Nikki, when like in restaurant and business is like, your success is one thing, but the mark of your leadership isn't about the things that you as an individual do, but it's about the success of those who follow, right? So really looking forward to nurturing the cohort that I have and taking them to the next level. Lord Saint, this is an eval. I made the comment a little bit earlier. You probably just logged in here, so welcome, by the way. I've already locked in my profits for my funder right now, so I don't want to wreck my my daily payout that I have locked in already. Terrific growth is like, I don't know. I'd have to take a look at the FAQs, man. I'm sure they break that down for us, big boy. What's up, Adam? Stopped out on that. That's okay. I took my stab off that 15-minute candle. Was hoping to get a little bit more of a fall through. We never got it. Hope you guys were able to catch a short tonight, though, man. It's been a solid melt off. I know one of the guys in the Discord I saw earlier. They were like up like $8,000, I think, shorting the NQ today. Homage, actually. It's the reverse of what you just asked, actually. The New York session, I don't trade that often, actually, because of my way of life, business, family, and all that stuff. I predominantly trade Asia and London. So if anything, I do mentor all sessions, but I generally trade Asia and London. So like these days, the only time I ever trade New York is because I'm trading with a student. That's literally the only reason why. And that's because it's like it's a request from them. I'm based out of Vancouver, Canada, my friend. When do I sleep? I sleep about 4 or 5 hours a day sometimes. I guess I shouldn't say sometimes. Pretty much always. Vancouver, Canada, Trader Jomo. I'm not from the US. Sorry, just catching up with the chat now. Has my fund on traded 525k growth account, but like after I reach the profit target, the fund account still has another minimum profit required. Do you know what that means? I'm new to props. So you have a 25 growth account. You pass your 25k growth account. So now if you're in the funded stage, basically everything is restarting again. So whatever you made in your eval stage is like gone, and now you're trading with your funded as if you're starting from scratch again. And now, but this time, the profits that you make in this account will count actually towards building into your payout.
Don't get me wrong, man. Felipe, I should be sleeping more, man. I wouldn't. I don't advise people to not sleep in the way that I do. Definitely not healthy. Liu? I did a chart review earlier on. Gold is where I'm most bearish. NQ, I'm kind of both ways, to be honest, on NQ. What's NQ doing right now? So we're reacting. So right now, the bounce area, what is this? 390? Interesting. How do you deal with emotions of losing? Super salty at the moment. I've been trading and studying hard for a year. Can't even get a payout. Yeah, you know what? Like, I think that that's just it. When it comes to like when we talk about emotions of losing, like if we were looking at our trading, right, and assuming that you are following your setups consistently, like there's only a few things you can look at this, and I'm trying to think about how I want to piece my words together with this one, right? Like if you were taking a look at the way that you trade today, and let's just say you're trading over the course of a year, guys. Let's just say that you're trading over the course of the year and you've been struggling. You have to ask yourself a few questions. Have you been consistently trading the same strategy for a year? My guess is probably not. I would imagine you're probably kind of probably jumping in between different things, right? Because you're evolving your trading. I think that's what becomes the stickler in a lot of cases, because what happens is traders will change their strategy sometimes before you've given it enough time to build into something of fruition. And so what I'm referring to when I refer to that is because like a lot of what we do today, we measure our success based on whether or not we are getting paid out. Like that's how we measure our success or our profitability, right? So when that's your thought process of measurement, it's natural that like, let's just say you're trading evals and accounts and you're, I don't know, you're blowing them and you're not passing them or whatever they meet over the course of time, that you start questioning it and you start banning it. And sometimes and again, it's hard to know this if you don't journal everything and look through the data, but what if there are possibilities that, you know what, you did actually have a probable setup, like a probable strategy that worked for you, but the only issue was that you weren't actually giving it enough time to make it work. Now that leads to the other question. You're like, well, Alan, how do I know that? I mean, this is the reason why I always advocate for mentorships. And that's the reason why, for me, I started off coaching versus creating a class for people, right? Because I do think that both of them have its value, but just content and education alone often isn't enough. It's like the accountability, the deep diving, kind of like going through things that maybe you're not going through already because you don't know what you don't know. And I say this a lot in business as well. And I think that for most cases too, many of you guys aren't journaling as much as you should be, right? And what I mean by that sometimes is that if I ask you a simple question like, hey guys, if you guys are trading around, let's just say hypothetically you're trading the orb strategy. Let's just say that's your shtick, okay? If you're trading the orb strategy, do you trade the orb strategy over Asia, London, New York? When you trade them, is there certain hours of the day that you're trading, right? And if you were to backtest the probability, how probable is it? You know, like all these questions that I ask, most people don't even know a speck of those questions. They don't know what to answer. And I think a lot of the cases, that's where a lot of the issue is that it's, if you think about it, if you're not journaling, then aren't you, in theory, aren't you kind of gambling just? Because you're not really looking into the details of it all, right? So that's kind of like my thought process. Like it's so different for different individuals, and it can be so different for different individuals too. But as a general response, that would be my general response to you guys. On the FF indicator right now, I would watch and see if we pull up here, whether or not we'll reject the the trigger line here on the NQ at 452, or the 5-minute trend trigger line here at 500. That's essentially what I would be watching for right now. Sorry, I didn't realize I gotta catch up on the chat here now. Give me a second here, guys. Yeah, Zach, the comment about like changing and adapting your strategy, I think absolutely. I mean, I think that there are going to be elements of where you'll change, but I think that what really changes in different market conditions is more so expectation more than strategy. And that's just my personal opinion, right? Like that's what I would look at that as. The Lord Saint, the move was based on news from the K. This downturn move. Yeah, so observer, same thing to you, right? Like I would question why your strategy would change even if market conditions change. And I'll give you an example, right? Like Jake Ricci, he's been trading his system for years. I think it's safe to say that markets have changed quite a bit in the 8 years that he's been trading, right? So conditions will change, absolutely. Your expectation is often the issue. If your expectations are still the same, I think that's the problem. But conditions-wise, your expectations should adapt with it. But I personally don't think your strategy should change all too much. Yeah, Nikki, the emotions that comes with prop firms absolutely play a role in that. No doubt. Trading London while in Canada is wild. Are you saying that because of the time zone? I know. It is kind of wild. What should be the main outline when journaling trades? Nikki, to be honest, when you're journaling trades, we should be journaling everything and anything. And what I mean by that is basically anything that culminates your trade is what we should be noting down. So those are things obviously that could be related to your entry points, your thought points, your emotions at the time, chart structure, like everything related to your strategy should be journaled. When's the last time I had a red month? Long time observer, long time. I have losing trades, I have losing days, but in terms of an entire month, it's been a very long time. And what I'll say, what I owe to that though, is if I feel like I'm on like a dry spell in the market where I'm just not doing well, maybe my emotions are really getting the best of me, I'm just not executing as well, I have no issue taking a break and walking away. And I think that's usually where the problem is with a lot of people, is that a lot of people don't actually end up taking that break. Instead, when they're not executing well, they double down on not executing well. And that's actually usually where things go wrong, right? Like when, and I see this even in a lot of my students that I work with, they'll often even say like, man, Alan, it just sucks. You know, I've been on a 14-day win streak, and just because I couldn't accept losing, I basically lost all my progress in 2 days. I mean, I'm sure many of you guys on stream right now can resonate with that. How often has that happened to you guys? So I would say that a big part of the reason why I've been able to prevent myself from being in the red on the overall month is because as soon as I feel like I'm not executing well and I'm starting to do dumb stuff on the market, that's when I start to peel away from the market at that point. Hopefully that kind of answers that question, my friend. Just going through the chat here, guys, still. Yeah, man, do it. Gold's been bearish 100%. News. Simplify. Your question about bullish or bearish, are you referring to NQ or gold right now, my friend? I think that decides the answer. Right, guy, if you ever need a chat, man, feel free to head up my DMs, dude. Just don't hesitate, man. I know you have them on Instagram already, so. Do I think NQ's easier to trade during this session? Every day offers something a little bit different. So that's the reason why I trade both NQ and gold, because I'm often looking to see which one offers me like the better setup. Is NQ reversing? Yeah, it looks like we're starting to make that move now. That move that I was looking for earlier, it's actually happening now. Doing good, man. Happy early Father's Day. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Did your stop hit on gold? I think it did. Let me take a look. Yeah, my gold got stopped 100%. What a move. What a move on the NQ right now. What lets you know you're ready to come back from the break from the market? Honestly, man, if you like, Gio, that's a great question. I think that if you're like, you're coming back into the market and you feel like you can't like rest, like you can't settle, make peace, you know? That's usually kind of where I would kind of be like drawing the line in the sand, I guess. Like if you come back in the market and you just immediately feel like you're just antsy all the time, that's probably kind of like a signal for me, I guess I would say. Yeah, sizing down is a big factor, FX Peter, right? 100%. So the question about do I have my own Discord where I mentor? Do I use Discord for conversations and stuff? Like, yes. But if you're asking, like, do I have like my own personal like Azheng Discord? I don't. I'm a moderator in 2 Discords, and that's pretty much it. And the coachings are things I do outside of it. Yeah, that's the New York low we were looking at, Zach. Do you like dabbing? What is that? On average, the NQ London, I've seen moves for on average about like probably between 200 to 250 points. Well, congratulations, based on at least getting those payouts. I think that's awesome. And yeah, it's good, man. Take it back to the drawing board, work on a little bit of that. This reversal on the NQ, though, man, this is exactly what I was looking for. And these are the unfortunate moments when you get stopped out on the move before it happens. Nice, you caught the NQ sweep. If you caught the long on that, that's awesome. Yeah, I was gonna say Dubai Open. I've never really heard that terminology before. That's interesting. How are we doing for thumbs up, by the way, guys? I haven't checked. 160. We're 40 thumbs up away, guys, from doing a giveaway. 40 thumbs up on stream, guys. Does not even make you now jump to NQ triple size. Sorry, Peter. Can you repeat the question? I'm not sure if I understood that correctly. You caught the long? Nice. Well, I think that we're gonna have a little bit of rejection here, is what I'm kind of looking at. So at least that's what I'm thinking for. I'm looking for that 5-minute trigger line area. Get a little bit of a pullback there, maybe. Caught the long for 80 points. Nice work. Oh, as revenge trade. Well, that's another thing too, right? Like, if you think about it, if you're trying to create some discipline in your strategy, if you are being aggressive with your second trade, your third trade, more aggressive than you usually are, then you think about your stats are very skewed then, right? Because you're going to size up when you're not doing well, but you're going to size lower when you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Hopefully that makes sense, by the way. Is that a moving average you're using on your chart? If so, which ones? This is an FF indicator. So this is like a privately developed one. It's not me, like I didn't develop it. It's just one that I subscribe to. I use it as like extra conviction when I'm trading. So I have my own system of trading, guys, but I do reference things often, and that's just like that additional conviction. So we're testing the 5-minute trigger line right now, guys, on the NQ. What are some good discounts? I think the better question is which props would you want to go with a discount? Because sometimes a prop that offers the biggest discount might not always be the best prop to trade with. I think Lucid is good. They do 50%. If you've never traded with Lucid before, it's 50% off right now. Otherwise, I think it's 40% off as a default, I believe. Don't quote me on that, though. You have to double check. Tradeify is doing 35%, which is pretty reliable. Take Profit Trader, if you're okay with intraday trail and drawdown, they're doing 40% off and no activation fee as well. Those would probably be the best ones, I would say, right now. Can gold and NQ go opposite? Yeah, absolutely, man. Are you wrong to think that all prop firms don't have a discount? I mean, you're technically not wrong. I mean, the way that they price their things, they're pricing into the fact that they're going to do a discount, right? That's essentially how they do it. Can you explain intraday trailing drawdown? Basically, it means that whenever your profits move in profit, like if your trading balance, as you move into profit, your drawdown base is also moving with it, essentially, if that makes sense. So if it's like if you have a $50,000 fresh account and your drawdown is $2,000, which means that if you hit 48,000, you lose your account. In that same account, let's just say you make $1,000 while you're in the middle of a trade, so you're up 51,000 now. Your base is no longer 48 now. Your breach point isn't 48 anymore. Your breach point is now 49 because you move profits by 1,000. Then your drawdown also comes up by 1,000. So that's what makes intraday trailing drawdown rough, because you could literally be in a winning trade, and if it pulls back hard enough, then you could still lose the trade, which is really shitty. But it's the reality of it, though. Pharaoh, I'm glad it's been helpful, man. Yeah, Itco. Yeah, round numbers are generally always nice to use, just because they're essentially they're good for like using as like psychological numbers. Yeah, to what Right Guy said, 100%. Thanks for adding that in. If you're not letting your trade play out D8 with, it's most likely because you're P&L watching or your size too high, is my guess. Yes, trailing drawdown does stop as soon as you hit the buffer in a TPT Pro account. Hey, Vernati. Good to see you, bro. Do I ever reference ES for conflicts? No, I don't. I know a lot of people ask that question about like divergences on ES. I don't do that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, by the way, guys. I'm not saying that it isn't like something that's worth looking at. I just personally don't look at it. Precise trader. I'm a price action trader, my friend. I trade bar by bar market structure. I can trade trends and I trade ranges, multi-time frame analysis, top-down analysis, that type of deal. It's essentially kind of how I trade. Was breaking the EMA main bullish signal? Well, not really. I would say that the way that we swept the low, like this low part, Zach and I were talking about this actually earlier on. We were looking to see if we would catch a low bounce, and we did, right? And when we swept the lows of New York, we put a nice 5-minute bullish spinning top there, followed by a 5-minute outside bar as well. And so that was kind of like a nice signal for us to go long. Obviously, I didn't go long because I was going through the chat. And by the way, for those guys who are newer here, that's very common for me. There are a lot of times I'll miss trades simply because of the fact that I'm chatting with you guys, and I'm totally okay with that, by the way, guys. I have no issue with it whatsoever. So Lord's saying it's end of day during the eval phase, but as soon as you go to the pro stage, which is their funded stage, that's when the intraday trailing drawdown hits you. There's about 428 of you guys here, guys. Do me a favor, drop a thumbs up on the stream, guys. It would mean a lot. Helps us out. And I want to do a account giveaway with you guys as well. While you guys are here right now, because I am going to do a account giveaway, and I'm not looking to take an entry right now based on where we're at. Like, I don't want to chase a trade. But I will kind of go over my stats a little bit, because I know that's a question that always gets asked of me. So right now, this is kind of how I'm doing for the month. So from a P&L perspective, by the way, this is not payout, guys. This is P&L. I want to make that very clear. I've been averaging the 80 percentile for win rate. And as I take a look at the calendar right now as well, you can see here, this is kind of so far how I'm looking up for the month thus far. You can see that yesterday prior to session as well, kind of coming today, I have the most amount of trades I've had all month, 13 trades. Why? I had a lot of one-on-ones with students, which caused the increase in the amount of trades I've taken, because normally I don't take that many trades, at least not anymore these days, just because I'm spending so much more time with students and taking things a little bit more easier. But that's kind of how I'm doing it for the month so far from a calendar stats perspective. Those who are newer, who are hopping on, who has never seen before, when I talk about my record payouts and stuff like that, you can see here total payouts, what I took last year, what I've taken off this year so far. I haven't updated my payouts here just yet. These ones here, I haven't done that yet, just because, again, I usually do it at the end of the week. But just an example, this is like public information. You can always just hop on and check this out for yourself. Like, you can see basically like certificates from prop firms. Essentially, that's how you tell if I've gotten my payouts. That was like my live payout from Lucid. Like, these are just different things that you can take a look at, right? And then for some of the people who will ask me, like, well, how can I trust that what you have is like legit, you know? Well, if I go to the dashboard, for example, you can see my pro account here. I'll go in here, go into the wallet. You can kind of see here, this is the amount that I requested for yesterday. I'm still pending it for withdrawal, so it'll probably show up by tomorrow. But you can see every single day this month, 17, 16, 15, 14, 11, 10, every day except the weekends, I've basically taken a daily payout from Take Profit Trader. So that's just kind of going over some of the stats with you guys so that you guys can see the type of trader that I am, because I think many of you guys don't know who I am. So just kind of sharing that with you guys. Look, we're at 215 thumbs up now, so I am going to start getting the giveaway set up here. So give me a second here as I set up the bot. T-bands, I like Asia the most. On average, I take about basically, I would say it averages out to 6 trades a day these days. It's two trades per account, and I usually don't get through all my accounts. You only take 250 loss. Is that a question for me? What does that mean? Oh, that day. Oh, you're probably referred to that calendar day. Oh, that was just a day that I had set a certain risk parameter. It was actually a trade where one contract hit profit, and then the other target hit a negative, hit my stop loss essentially. So I didn't really trade that much that day. That's all that is. I trade minis, Nero. TPT has not capped me yet, so I'm gonna say I don't know if it's unlimited, but they haven't capped me yet. Average trade time, Candino. And I want to make sure I answer that question correctly. Are you saying average trade time as in like once I'm in a trade, how long do I hold my trade for, or are you referring to something else in regards to that? Just if you don't mind clarifying that question, I'll answer it better later. Asia session, Nicole, is where I do the most trades. The software is Trader Stats. All right. I am going to do the giveaway, guys. So I'm about to set the bot up now. I should probably actually put that here. Sorry, 1 second. So participate in giveaway to-dos. Thumbs up on the stream. And also type enter into the chat once. Okay, so we're going to do that. I'm going to get the bot started. You guys just ask questions afterwards, guys, because once this bot goes, you guys are going to spam the chat. So if I didn't answer your question, you can ask it after the giveaway. Okay, guys? Got 2 minutes left to the giveaway, guys. Let's rack those thumbs up, gang. "23 seconds left, guys." All right, we're gonna pick the winner, guys. We got JR3 Audio. JR3 Audio, you are the winner of this giveaway. Are you here? JR3 Audio, are you here, my friend? Checking in here. Checking in here. JR3 Audio. I'll give you a couple minutes here. Otherwise, I will redraw. JR3 Audio, are you here? Nope, we will do more than one giveaway. Oh, you are there. All right, guys. So if you guys can do me a favor, let me move that other way. If you guys, maybe you guys should just keep looking at that right now. All right, my friend, hit my DMs, JR3 Audio. Hit my DMs there, and then after the stream's over, I will send you the code for the 25K growth account with Tradeify. Congratulations, my friend. We are at 300 thumbs up already, so I am actually going to do another giveaway because I was going to do one at 300 thumbs up. So I'm just going to change this to 400 first because that'll be the next giveaway. I am going to do another giveaway, guys, because you guys are already at 300. Because I said I want to do as many as I can tonight, and I'm going to do them based on 100 thumbs up increments. So I'm going to do this one and change it up here for a bit. So just give me a second here. Just change up the text here. So this will be for another account. So I'm going to run another giveaway here, guys. So give me a second here, okay? All right, I'm gonna run another giveaway here, guys. I don't know why you guys are still typing in enter right now. I haven't even started the thing yet. All right, so we'll do another one here. I'm gonna set the bot up now. There you go. That's the next run, guys. If we manage to get to 400 thumbs up already before the next one, that's gonna be freaking wild. I'll be basically doing back-to-back giveaways with you guys. Let's run the numbers up, guys. Let's run it up. 1 minute left until this giveaway is done. Can we hit 400 thumbs up before this giveaway is even done? That'd be wild. We'd be doing another giveaway right after that, guys. Just saying. Just saying. Seven seconds left here, guys. All right, guys. We are going to announce the winner of this next one here. Leanne Trades. Leanne Trades, are you there? You guys can stop typing the exclamation mark and enter, guys. We have our winner, Leanne Trades. All right, congratulations. Send me an Instagram, send me a DM on the Instagram here, please. And I will send you the code after the stream. Okay, guys? Congratulations again, Leanne Trades. For those who keep typing in exclamation mark and enter, you guys need to stop because the giveaway is done. Swelden, calling you out here, man. I keep seeing your name pop up here. So Leanne Trades, just DM me afterwards, okay, guys? Awesome. We are 6 thumbs up away from doing another giveaway. Can we get 6 thumbs up, guys? And we'll do another one. We're at 400 thumbs up now, guys. We are going to do another giveaway, gang. That is freaking sick. All right, let me just set up the bot again here, guys. All right, give me a second here. All right, 50K account giveaway. Here goes round 3, guys. Round 3. Here goes another one, guys. The next one will be 500 thumbs up now. We're gonna crank these numbers up for the next one. Let's get it going, guys. 51 seconds until this giveaway is done. By the way, man, anyone who caught the long and NQ, man, what a beautiful move, man. What a beautiful move. Solid reversal to the upside, guys. Solid reversal to the upside. Gold reversal, although has been moving up, hasn't been as clean. All right, we're gonna pick our winner again here, guys. Move that out of the way now again. Stop spamming, guys. Stop spamming, guys. Our winner is Hatman84. Hatman84, are you here? Hatman84. Stop typing and enter, guys. The giveaway is done. Hatman84. Yeah, you are here. Hit my DMs, man. There's my Instagram there. Hit my Instagram and I will send you the code for that account. I will, as promised, we'll keep this going, guys. If we can get to 500 thumbs up for this next one, we will do another giveaway. I've already given away 3 accounts so far. 3 accounts. Let's do a 4th, guys. Let's do a 4th. On average, I mean, technically speaking, as far, that's a very valid question. I didn't start getting the big success until this last year. Like, I've been profitable every year for the past 5 years, but my business has always outpaced my trading. It was only last year where my business didn't come close to what I did last year in trading. So last year was the first year that that's happened. But historically, though, the business has always done better. So it's very, very fair question. Alan Bodyguard 2, that's hilarious. You guys are too funny, man. You guys are too funny. Oh, damn, Christopher Clappins, damn. I know, isn't that just the worst when that happens, man? Can we short now? I don't know, man. Can we short? I mean, we're coming up to the 200 EMA now. This is generally a spot that I like to watch, but I don't know, man. I think we can make it all the way back to VWAP. I do think we can do that. How much did I make trading last year? I will show you. I think it's better to show you than anything else, just for the proof in the pudding. So I don't know if you're looking at the screen there right now, off the ground 545. That's what I did last year. And these are specific futures. This doesn't include my options as well. Did you trade seriously even before starting your business? No, actually, I've been in business for longer than I have been. I guess it's pretty similar, actually, I guess, in timeline wise, but no, because I was very focused on my business when I started. So trading was not the big priority. I was just kind of dabbling at the time. Restaurant entrepreneurship, Swelden. Restaurant entrepreneurship. So I work with I work with basically entrepreneurs who run restaurants, small business, scaling, that type of deal. C blank. So someone asked a similar question, so I already answered that question as well. Last year, trading beat my business, but if you technically collectively look at the whole thing, then it's not really fair to compare because obviously business is going to be more consistent for the most part in comparison to trading, where trading has a lot more volatility. Do you like NDX options if you're on the right side of those? I don't know. Zay, I actually don't even know what that is. I don't know what NDX options is, man. Taxes. Accountant. Accountant's my summary answer to you, Jason. Oh, Ali, it's no, all good. Don't worry about it. It's not a link. It's just I just tell people to reach out to me on Instagram. I know it's very odd because I think most people are expecting some sort of like a Azheng trade website and like with like a questionnaire and all that stuff. The reason why I don't do that is because like I treat my student mentorships the way that I treat my business clients. And so what I mean by that is that like the best way I can say it is that I treat my relationship with students like my clients, and how I treat them is non-transactional. So I'm not looking at the students that I work with as just another number that's going to pay me and then that's it. I expect to build some sort of relationship with you. And so I want to make sure that the relationship is mutual both ways, that you like me as a mentor and I like you as a student. And I say that because if someone comes to me and clearly is a degenerate gambler and has no intentions of taking this seriously, I don't even want to work with them, to be honest, because like, you know, it's kind of like save your money, save my time. My time is valuable to me. I mean, that's the reason why I charge for my time to begin with. And just for you guys as a reference to know, because a lot of people don't know me personally, the rate that I charge for trading is half of what I charge for business. Business, I charge way more. And that's because, again, I realize that most people are trying to learn trading aren't already coming from money to begin with. So they're kind of trying to build up and try to get to there. So I understand that, and that's how I price it for that reason without discounting my value. But when it comes to like business, I mean, I would like to imagine coming to business, you have some money. Like that's the reason why you're doing it. You wouldn't, there's no way you could do that otherwise, right? Or a business loan or something like that. So anyways, I know my value and what I add in both the business sector and the trading world. So that's kind of why that is. But that's also why I'll never do the whole, again, nothing wrong with like WAP and anything like that, right? But I don't want it to be a transactional relationship. I want it to be a genuine one. So even when like people like end up remitting payments to me, I don't even, it's not even like, oh, here, click here on this link. It's actually like I invoice them like I invoice a business client. So it seems really weird for most people because they're not used to it. They're just like, oh, it's very odd that you're sending me invoices. But I'm like, yeah, because I treat every one of you guys like it's like a business client, right? So I take it seriously. Thanks, Leanne. Yeah, I'll get back. Anyone who's DM'd me about the giveaway, I'll respond back to you after the stream is over, guys. I'm not in longs or short right now. Although we're getting a move down, I'm in no means am I thinking that the longs are over just yet. I do think we can get up to VWAP. That's just my personal opinion. Emma? Is it Emma? Emma? I think I'm pronouncing your name right because I'm not sure if those names are all merged together. I started with Stock Market Wolf. I found him on Instagram and I followed his Discord. That's where I started. And that's also where I met Rake before Rake went on his own and did his own thing. And that's where I learned options and all that stuff as well. So that's essentially where I've learned my trading. And then from there, with that foundation, I've refined my trading over the years and to what it is today. You know, 50, I appreciate the kind words about the consistent, but you know what really is come down to? It's consistency and mentals. Like I lose often too. Like it happens, don't get me wrong. But it's just that I can't emphasize that enough. And I know it's like for those who don't trade, they'll never understand the difficulty behind this, but you guys trade, you guys know what I'm talking about. I just don't double down on losers. And I know when to stop. And I know that when you talk to someone outside of trading, that sounds so silly. They're like, oh, that doesn't sound too difficult. Why is that such a special skill? I think all of you guys know that that is a major skill in surviving in this craft. I think that has truly been the reason why I've been able to be successful is because I'm able to do that. So anyways, my 2 cents on that matter. TR, thank you, man. I appreciate it. Ichimoku clouds, bro. Justin, I have no idea what that is, man. Hey, you're in the construction field. That's very cool. That's hard work, man. That's hard work. Do I get people who try to fake the win? You know what? Surprisingly, over the course of 9.5 weeks of streaming, I maybe only had 1 or 2 people try faking it. And one of the people that tried faking it tried to brush it off when I caught him as like they were just joking. I see. Though, yeah. So you know what? I mean, if you're copy trading, I guess so. I mean, I think it depends on how the so Link asked the question, and that's a good question, right? What's worth more, 150K account or 350K accounts? And for him or her, it's a matter of drawdown. That's a good question. Well, as a person who does not copy trade, I value the 150K account more because in theory, I don't have to put in as many reps to get there. 50K, I'd have to do a lot more. Now, if you're copy trading, then I can see why the 50K is a lot more attractive. So I think it comes down to your style of trading and your strategy of trading. I guess I would play into that. That would play a role in that. Personally, I like the 150K more, but for a long time, the 50K is my bread and butter. Uh, I like the 150K now because of where I am as a trader. When I maxed out, when I achieved my $100,000 payout with Tradeify, my fund of futures, 62K with fund of futures family, 100K with Apex. When I did those with 50K accounts. So I never actually had 150K accounts. So and you guys may have seen that on Instagram and on YouTube already, but that 80K uncapped payout that I took with Apex, that was one from one singular 50K account. So I do have a sentiment towards them, but if you're asking me at my current stage, 150K is where I would go. But I think the 50Ks are the most bang for your buck prop firms to go with. Yeah, tell Mo Santos. Yeah, man. I mean, it hasn't happened to me that often, to be honest, man. I am surprised. Um, are your indicators free in trading view? So it's not furry dude. It's not my indicator. I just want to make sure I make that very clear because I don't want you guys to think I'm like selling something here. It's not my indicator. I subscribe to this, so I pay for that. That's not my indicator. Yeah, accountability is big, man. Accountability partner. What's a roundabout pricing on mentorship? What's a roundabout pricing? Hey, Swell, then what do you mean by that? Could you clarify that a little bit more for me? And if you're asking me specifically for me, just shoot me a DM. I try not to talk about like costs and all that stuff on stream. What do I prefer, futures or options? Futures. Futures is just lower stress, man. How did I build the skill? I assume you're asking about trading. Practice, man. Reps. I can say with certainty that I've probably put more reps in the market than most, and I have also journaled quite a bit in comparison to most people. So that's played a big factor. K-Scoop, I do not copy trade. I individually trade. And currently today, I have about 4 funded accounts left. So I need to start working on some eval so I can start rebuilding back my fundeds again because I don't have as many as I used to. But I usually don't want to have more than 6 anyways. I find like having too many is not good either because then I feel obligated to trade. Furry dude, I don't like to overstay my welcome in the market. So your question about why not shoot for 700, my question would be actually to throw back at you, why 700? You know, I think that like I'm not here to hit home runs every day. I'm here to hit 1 to 2R, maybe sometimes 3R, and I'm very happy with that. Yeah, if the 9 EMA holds, yeah, we're also holding that trigger line as well. That same trigger line earlier, we're holding that on the 5 minute as well. Tips in trade. Well, I think that the czar trader, I mean, I think the idea here is that you're using the small time frames to execute, but you're still trading on larger time frame confluence, right? That would be my perspective. Yeah, man, construction field can be very lucrative, Swelden. It's just a matter of like how long can you do it for, right? Obviously, as you get older, it gets a little bit harder. So I'm always a big fan of like, put in the work, put in the work and your job, your career, whatever it may be, and then later on, at a much later time, you can always look at peeling off away when you're in a more sustainable state. Because a lot of people ask me too, like, Alan, why do you still work? And the reality is, I love what I do. I will, like, I will never retire and sit on the beach and do nothing. That's never going to be me. Anyone who knows me knows I'm an absolute workaholic. So I just realized my music just stopped. Sorry about that. Yeah, like, I'm a complete workaholic, so I will never stop. As for me, it's about adding value. If I know that in business I can continue to add value to people, I'm going to continue doing that. And that's also the reason why I enjoy coaching. I enjoy coaching trading more than anything else. When you trade for yourself, you make money for yourself. Sure, that's great. But and I don't want to sound like I'm in a stage where I don't care about money, because I do. I value the money a lot. Many of you guys know my story. I come from a very humble beginning, right? So I value the almighty dollar. But I think at a certain point you do value more. I value the more fulfillment of helping people, trading, business, career, life, like everything. I value that more than making money on my own, because you can make money anywhere. So can I show the VWAP on the chart? Yeah, sure. Just give me, I'll flip over to another screen here. The VWAP is up here. This is the VWAP. So I think that VWAP would be good, because I think that VWAP would be a good spot based on the indicator. I also have a channel nearby, and I think it's a good structure point to potentially get a short off of later on. So if price moves up there, would I be interested in a short? I would be interested in a short if we get up there. But for now, I'm not really interested in shorting just yet. Hopefully that answers the question. Did I win? No, Jeff, you did not. Focus on futures. Didn't know if it's worth it. Options. So TR options is just very difficult, and the reason why I say that's because there's a lot of variables, right? Things like the Greeks, the theta, time decay, like all that stuff. It just adds a lot of complexity to trading, and it also limits you to trading the New York session only. Futures, you can trade 22 hours of the day, 5 days a week, and you're able, while doing that, you also can just focus on price action versus all the other elements that come with options trading. Do I watch GEX levels while trading NQ? No, I don't. Yeah, TR. It's because options is like, it can be huge. That's why. Like, you can make a great deal of money on options. I just personally don't. I don't think it's a good idea for if you're learning still. I just think that's really ballsy. How long did it take me to be profitable? I've technically been profitable since year 1, but I don't consider it profitable because, like, I didn't really know what I was doing in the early days. I would say the last 2 to 3 years have been my most consistency. NQ Guru, it's in my link tree, my friend. It's called Futures Forecaster in regards to the indicator. What does 1 to 2 R mean? It means risk. Basically saying that if I'm trading for 1 R, it means I'm risking $1 to make $1. If I'm risking if I'm saying 2 R, then I'm risking $1 to make $2. That's what R means. Yeah, Zay, you already know my take. You've been on the stream long enough. You know my take on copy trading. V pricks, man. Sorry to hear, man. That's rough. Yeah, Zach. I'm just catching up with the chat. Yeah, I didn't realize my music stopped. Blocks fruit. You keep asking for a free eval. You're gonna participate like everyone else here, man. You're participate like everyone else. What is the 007 box that you opened here? Those are just playing cards. So Moon Boy, funny you asked that question. So the 007 box that's on my Instagram, I was a little bit of a nerd in high school when it comes to this. I used to love cardistry. So I used to actually like card flourish, and like I used to do magic a lot in high school. So I started collecting like basically individually designed cards. So I still do that to this day. So I actually have a lot of different cards. Like I have like Marvel playing cards, 007 playing cards, like Lord of the Rings playing cards. It's just a little bit of a nerd thing in me from the past. Jolly balls, man. Right on, dude. You got it over the buffer. That's amazing. Yeah, man. Just continue to treat with respect. Don't get too excited. Don't oversize. Don't tilt. Right. Manage it with discipline. Get yourself to that payout. NQ Guru. It's futures forecaster. It's in my link tree on Instagram. If you don't have my Instagram, I'll drop my Instagram here again just for you. Yeah, VWAP's around 572. Longing to VWAP is possible. I mean, we're holding this area right now, but I just don't like it because we're beneath the 200 EMA right now, Peach. That's why I don't want to long right now. Yeah, what Randall Paul Trader said. I will never give up my gig, man. Like it just there's a certain aspect of consistency because it helps the mentals when you know you have an income coming somewhere else, so that if you do lose, it doesn't hurt you as much because you're not thinking to yourself like, oh man, I gotta pay the bills, I gotta pay my rent, I gotta pay my mortgage, right? So when you have a consistent income coming in, it helps a lot more. Does any prop firm make you problems with payouts? I have not had any issues. I've followed the rules when I trade, and I've never had issues with that. I know everyone wants to strive to trade for a living and that's it, but for me, I'll trade for sure, but I'll always have something on the side. It's just, again, it is a personal preference. I'm a little crazy, I guess, right? I want to contribute to more than just that. So Baljeet asks the question about the trigger line. So you would have to use like your bar by bar confirmation still, right? Whether you're looking at like the 5-minute, 15-minute, whatever, you'd look for bar confirmation for that. But again, like I said, we're below the 200 EMA. It's why I don't want to long. I don't copy trade because TR. I don't copy trade because for me, I've always been about more risk than reward. So although the exciting part of winning 5 trades all in one shot is exciting, I actually think that losing on 5 accounts is far more painful than the win of 5 accounts. So I personally like to have more bullets in the chamber and rotating accounts. It keeps me humble, it keeps me honest, and it's what's worked for me. How much do you spend on props per month? It really depends on the month. These days, because I haven't really been buying evals, not much. Like I think like in the past 30 days, I've spent less than $1,000 on evals, which is not a lot, by the way, for those who don't know what that means. Like 150K account costs like 200 to 250 bucks. So that's essentially like 4 accounts. So I haven't spent much this month. TR, no problem, man. Anytime. Man, you guys are on fire with your questions, man. I'm like trying to keep up with the chat. Yeah, John 6, I've basically eliminated a lot of the stuff on the trend tracker so that I just have what I just basically need. Hit up Scott, man. Scott's the man. Like you definitely need to book a one-on-one with him because he will go through all of that with you so that you could decide what's relevant and what's not relevant. I don't think it's wise to just copy mine just because I've eliminated a lot of stuff off of it. The FF indicator has a lot of things that you can add to it. Any indicator, anything you want, it can add to it. Right? So I'd rather you not don't limit yourself because of me is what I'm trying to say. Mr. Crypto Goods, yes, I trade my own cash only in options though. I don't trade on futures. How's gold doing? Gold's all right. Gold hasn't been as like clean as the NQ has. NQ's been cleaner. Ashcots, it's the FF indicator, my friend. Do you trade on December? Edge Hoover, what's that? Do you trade on December? What does that mean? Is that like a name of an account or a platform? Hatman, to be honest, I never read Mark Douglas's books. I've heard raving reviews about them, but I've never read them. The 200 EMA right now is at 536. So it's like roughly in this area. If you're a total beginner, I'm assuming you purchased an evaluation and not a funded account, D4 Gaming. If it's your first time, man, just trade with micros, like one micro at a time. Don't size up. You need to learn the craft before you start running with it. That would be my answer to you, my man, my friend. I've been trading for 5, going on 6 years now, Health Wealth. I look at the split striker. I look at the 200 EMA on the 2-minute more than I do the 5-minute. The 5-minute still has value. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it. But usually when I'm referring to it on the 2-minute. London's about to open in 5 minutes, gang. Do I have any insights for London? I don't know. I think that as we're coming up here, I think if we get a volume push up towards VWAP, I'm interested in shorting that. Sorry if you guys are wondering why my eyes keep blinking. It's because I have my fan blowing right now, but it's keeping me cool, but it's like drying my eyes out. TR, man. Hey, great question, man. Outside of training and working in your business, what's something you keep to keep your mentals fresh? Look, yes, I'm a workaholic, and I'm undiagnosed ADHD, okay? And I say undiagnosed because it's true, it is. But my mind is actually, it's very hard for me to just not do anything. Like, this is where like my wife and I are very like polar opposite. Like for her, she's more than happy to just sit down, read a nice book, just chill. I can't do that. Like I personally can't. Like, and the same reason why I can't like doom scroll on Instagram, it's like it kills me to do that. So I need to keep busy. So even though I'm not like, if I'm not trading, if I'm not working my business, which is pretty much impossible, I'm always doing one of them. Like right now in my life, between trading, coaching students, and business, I'm like rarely not doing one of those three. Every minute of my waking day, I'm technically doing that. Because outside of that, I'm with my kids. I spend time with my family. Like that's probably where my priority goes. I'll spend time with my family, my kids. You know, like I make a point, right? When I talk about like success, for me, success looks like ensuring that I am there for the moments that matter. As a person who's an entrepreneur, coaching students, coaching business people, trading, taking care of my mom and my grandma, like all that stuff. I bring my kids to school every day, pick them up from school every day, drop them off at their extracurriculars every day. I partake in field trips every day. I do all of that. Like for me, that's important. So you want to talk about sharpening saw? I guess that's kind of where I refresh myself, is that I make sure that when I'm with them, I'm with them. I'm not on my phone taking trades while I'm at the park with my kids. I'm not there taking trades or looking at my phone and emails when I'm, at an extracurricular with my kids. So to answer that short and sweet, that back in the days, maybe it'd be like playing piano just because it was very therapeutic. I don't know how to read notes, but I play for fun. I enjoy it. Or maybe back then I used to play Call of Duty with the bros online, But these days, with the little time I have, my family is my refresh time, essentially. Probably a little bit of a long-winded answer, TR, but that's my answer to you. Zach, you got your TP. Let's go. Way to go, man. Harrison, because I still blow them account. I still blow the account. So very valid question there. If you pass a lot of evals and profits already, how come you have to keep buying more? Because in the end of the day, they do end up running its course. I do blow accounts, guys. I'm not invincible. I just want to make that very clear. Like, it's still part of the game. I don't rinse through as much as they used to. It's kind of like back in the day, in early days, I'll buy an account, I'll blow them. I buy an account, I'll blow them. And then progressively, you go from buying an account, maybe getting a payout, and then blow them. Getting a payout, and then blow them. Now I'm at the stage where you can see here, I'll take like 2 weeks worth of payouts before that account might blow. So I like my duration of that account just lasts a lot longer is all. Ashcott, no, it's not a free indicator. I subscribe to it. It's something that you have to pay for. I am looking at a short for VWAP, but guys, it doesn't mean we should blindly short VWAP. Just want to point it out there. All right, London's opening up here, guys. I am 34 years old, precise trader. Thanks, TR, man. I appreciate it, my man. Hey, you're in the oil field, man. That's hard work, brother. That's hard work. Thanks, Mark. I appreciate it, man. What about gold? What's gold doing right now? I'm not... Like, gold can still move up here because it looks like we're trying to. I'm just not as, like... I feel like NQ is just the better ticker to trade right now. What do you find are your main reasons for blowing fundeds? Honestly, just game of probability, man. Inevitably, when I lose a trade, it hits drawdown, and inevitably that drawdown becomes a blown account. So there's really no reason other than just statistical probability, I would say. I trade NQ more than I trade gold. Precise Trader, if anything, just reach out to me on Instagram. You guys can DM me there. All right, guys. Well, hopefully you guys are gonna trade safe here. I'll give you my last thought points here before I kind of log off. And I'll try to answer a few more questions if there are still questions in the chat box. Yeah, so right now, I would look at this VWAP area, this channel that I have. Like, this is the short area. If we're going to short, this is where I personally would want to short. Because we have lower high, or lower, sorry, I'm like, clearly getting late. Lower low structure. We've got my channel, we've got VWAP, so we've got a few different things kind of giving us a reason to short. But even if I short though, like, I'm not looking to short and expect it to come all the way back down to the low of the session. I'm just saying that's where I would short. So probably take a 2 or 3 hour short trade is probably fairly reasonable from there. That's kind of like my thought process on the NQ right now. And on gold, like you can see here that we are just about to breach this this area here. I would probably look for the same thing. I'd probably see if I'd look to short gold at VWAP 200 EMA up here. So around the 41.76 area, I would look to short that if I were you guys. Do you think you would have blown less accounts if your trades were small, like maybe trading M&Q instead of NQ? Oh yeah, 100%, Justin. That's not even a question. Yeah, for sure. I'd survive so much longer if I was trading M&Q. Leanne, my strategy, I'm a price action trader. Price action trader, market structure, bar by bar, that type of deal. Oh, TR, you're in Asia. Hey, very cool. Whereabouts in Asia are you from? I'm actually from Vancouver, Canada. So I am on the West Coast. This is late for me. It's midnight for me here right now, actually. But I actually really much enjoyed trading when I was in Asia. When I was in Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong, and even China. Sorry, China, Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong. Yeah, those are the places I was in. When I was trading while I was out there, it was like amazing. I actually found that the time zone and when the market was working, like it worked really well for me. Yeah, so the profit grew. I would be looking between VWAP and the channel that I have above. Is essentially kind of what I'd be looking for in terms of for sure. But yeah, I am gonna log off though, guys. I got an early start tomorrow morning as I usually do. So again, I'll drop my Instagram there one more time. If for those who want to take conversations offline. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I know that I don't always, there's a lot of good trades. I took a loss on that long for NQ. This is the move I wanted, by the way, guys. For those who are hopping in a little bit late here, this was the long I wanted. Unfortunately, I got stopped out. I took it a little too early. It is what it is. All good, right? But Zach and I were talking about earlier on as well. Like, this was the low day sweep that we were looking for. What an absolute move, though. And I missed it, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Anyways, with that, thank you so much, guys. You guys have a wonderful weekend. I will catch you guys on stream again next week. Again, 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 1 a.m. Eastern Time is when I stream 5 days a week. Thanks for dropping by, guys. I'll see you guys around next time.